koklo vi sika tere anuangua eya eduna eboy watato nyata panya onyeba evinya sikoklo eya eduna nukla machichiao abuvio mieblalegia naho
Welcome back to the chat right here on ChannelOne TV, and that stellar performance you saw there. I have the brain, the creative brain behind this performance right here in the studio with me. We're talking to Elisabeth Efua Sutherland. How are you doing, Elisabeth?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm doing very, very good. Today's my first time meeting you. I've heard a lot about you, but today's my first time meeting you. And you're a very calm person. Are all creatives calm?
No. Not at all.
Not at all. So are you trying to tell me that you're not on your side?
Oh, no. Everybody has a personality. It's like you meet a banker, you can meet a crazy person and a calm person. It has nothing to do with what you do.
So where do you fall? Calm or crazy?
I think I'm generally calm.
You're generally calm.
Yeah.
All right. Now, we want to know, how long did it take you to put this creative idea together?
This was less than a week, actually.
Less than
a week, because we got the call. Yeah, we got the call quite late. I prefer to work over longer periods of time, normally 6 weeks. But, you know, there are challenges with the way people put live stuff together in Ghana, whether funds came in late or whatever reasons. So then you also get notified late. And so that's the time we had.
Wow. And when you hear all this, like, feedback about the performance and everybody talking about, oh, the performance this, the performance that, Stonebwoy came in with his back to the audience, we'll be talking about that. How much fulfillment does that bring to you?
I think it's nice to see people recognize a certain type of work, because there's a whole side of, I think, the creative industry that gets ignored.
Yeah.
And we really try to bring in team members from some of these spaces. So for instance, the elder at the beginning was from Ludodo Art Foundation.
Okay.
Dr. Sarah Dogbaji has been working with preserving folk tales, stories, songs, all these elements of ever culture that link into where Stone is from. So to bring them in as like a showcase, to bring in Tom Borch, who won Indigenous Artist of the Year last year, as the people who were on the drums. So thinking about how you collaborate with people and highlighting those elements. I'm happy to see them get some recognition as well alongside a main act, and that he was willing to feature them as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, since you are here, can you tell us the story of this whole Stonebwoy, his back to the audience, what's the creative juices in that, and everything about this whole performance?
So I normally don't like explaining things. I feel like art, everybody's supposed to take what they take away from it.
Yeah.
And I think that the level of collaboration that was involved is a testament to how many definitions that people and responses that people are having to it. But there were some very clear notes. I'll speak about how it was put together, maybe, and then people can continue to draw their own conclusions.
Okay.
So the first thing when we spoke to Robert and Charterhouse was that they wanted to have somebody do appellations at the beginning. And we had already discussed with Stone and his team, they wanted to acknowledge where he's from. So there was a lot of synergy in that side. So we brought in this elder, but the idea of having a dance troupe and even the particular style of dance, Stonebwoy inputted on that, where, you know, there's history and there are legacies behind everybody. And to be able to nod back to that, to nod where people come from and the cultures that feed into that, that's why we structured the opening like that. So that, yes, the coming back was intentional, but there were extra layers that got added with the collaborators and stuff. So when you listen to the proverbs that were mentioned, specifically about washing your hands. We were talking about respect a lot. We were talking about, so I will say that we were talking about themes broadly. So themes of respect, themes of origin, themes of legacy. And that led us to structure the opening, how we structured it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's very, very beautiful. Now, getting a bit personal with you, how long or how many years have you been doing this creative thing?
Over 10 years.
Over 10 years?
Yes, over 10 years.
Like professionally?
Professionally.
Okay. But then you are also from the line of the legendary Efua Sutherland.
Yes.
So how much impact has her legacy had on you? You're a great-granddaughter, right?
Granddaughter.
A granddaughter, okay.
Granddaughter.
Okay.
So
how much impact has her legacy had on you?
I mean, it's actually something I got to know more as an adult. Because growing up, you take certain things for granted. Friday night, story time. They have a bonfire. You have all these cool people from concert party, National Theatre, jamming, playing songs in the backyard. And I just thought it was normal.
Oh, so growing up, you used to be around this?
Yes, I used to be around these type of stories. And she did a lot of work also collecting material from different regions. It's actually her 100th anniversary this year. And so there are celebrations around that. So you'll see in September, there's a National Theatre Festival on her work, because people don't know who she was necessarily. They think, oh, Children's Park or whatever. But she did a lot of work around theatre, around our first cultural policy. She was an advisor to Kwame Nkrumah. She really laid a foundation in terms of even what the gentleman was saying earlier about spaces. She made so many spaces that have now been left decrepit or broken down. And there's definitely some responsibility there, but I mean, I'm proud to be where I'm from.
To be where you're from now. How much are you looking to push the legacy or continue the legacy of your grandmother in the creative space?
I mean, like I said, I've been doing this for over 10 years. I've run 2 companies. I'm currently running a venue called Terra Alta. We do performance, we do music, we do creative direction for other artists. For instance, Manifest. We've worked with Manifest for 2 years now on his Manifestivities set. We've worked for a number of people in various capacities. So,
like you're doing so much work, but it's just silent and in the background.
yes, we want to build partnerships that make sense. So the person has to be a hard worker. They have to be invested in their vision. They have to have something to say. I'm not going to work with you if it's just vibes and inshallah. Like, I want people, even if that's what you have to say is vibes, like, own it, you know. And I think a lot of creatives, unfortunately, are just maybe looking for attention. They are super talented, but they don't really have a focus, you know, like. And it's hard because you are trying to make waves in this space that you're underfunded, you don't have the resources you need, there's a lot of competition. It's quite hard to make it sustainable, but at the same time, you have to really set for yourself a pathway. So it doesn't matter, we work with people who are not as famous. We work mostly with younger artists, but people who like we can have like a solid relationship with. Yeah.
All right. Now, I mean, your final words. When you look at, because you're also into theater, right? When you look at the theater space and the creative space, how does the future look like for Ghana?
I think it depends on the creatives. I think we're at a very interesting moment where there's a lot of attention on creative activity and energy, but not necessarily an understanding of what those spaces need. And unless we address really structuring in a sensible way, we're gonna be taken advantage of, quite frankly. So it could either go really, really well or very badly. All
right. Where can people find you on social media? I mean, your work's out there.
So at TerraAltaGH, TerraAlta_GH. That's the space.
On all social media platforms?
On most of them. So Instagram, Twitter, I think, and Facebook. If you search TerraAlta, TerraAlta, you'll find us. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Efua Sutherland. I mean, I'm super excited. Recently, I even spoke to, I don't know if that's your mom, but I spoke to another Efua Sutherland.
AC Sutherland.
Yeah, AC Sutherland, sorry. And I mean, I'm super excited about that. So congratulations to you on putting this beautiful performance together and making Ghana, everyone, talk about this, draw their own interpretations to it and everything. So
yeah, I want to shout out Ziggy, Stonebwoy, and his team as well, because they worked really, really hard in a very short period of time.
In a very short period of time. All right. Thank you very much for being here with us. And then also thank you to you for sticking and staying with me. My name is Eko Kumsin. You can find me on all social media platforms at PK_Kumsin, Kumsin spelled with a double N. This has been The Chat on ChannelOne TV, and I had a conversation with Elisabeth Efua Sutherland, grandmother of the legendary
granddaughter.
Granddaughter of the legendary Efua Sutherland. Catch you next week right here on The Chat.